Pisces, welcome to your 3-month review. That is October, November, December, and our last round of in-depth readings. I know, I have to be careful saying that because it's going to trigger the waterworks. But yes, this is our last round for in-depth readings. For those of you who may have missed that message that came out September 1st, I will release that announcement once more in the comments for you to check out. But just to let you know, in summary, as of September 15th, this channel will move into a check-in system only for Thursdays and Sundays. Once more for September 15th. For the full message, check it out. Yeah, the full details, I should say. Check it out in comments. And I asked everyone to vote, and you guys overwhelmingly responded with the 3-month, which I was not surprised by. Don't get me wrong, the others got spoken for. But 3-month was going to be reigning king on that one, and I knew that. But still, I wanted people to have the choice. But what came in as a proud, strong second was Intimate Tarot, and I tell you what, that just... people just did me proud on that one, not going to lie. But not to worry, I'm going to convert Intimate Tarot and other things like that to the check-ins, you know? They'll be streamlined, modified, that kind of thing, so we can still have our channel favorites. Anyway, what are we doing today? This is the board I'm using for you and all 12 signs. We're going to do 3-month, like I said, starting with October 10, the Wheel of Fortune. November 11, Justice. December 12, Hanged Man, or in this deck, Perspective. The bottom row energies I like to look at when we do 3-month reviews, right? Specifically, the Sun. Are we on point with what makes us happy? Do we understand what makes us happy? Is our idea of happiness shifting, changing, growing? Like I saw with Scorpios, as they were building into it. And other folks are like, I'm good. And other folks are like, I think I need to change my idea of happiness. That's what I'm looking for, right? That's what I want to know. The Tower. Anything unexpected, untowards we should know about. And then also, frankly, lots of folks have been showing me not current or fresh towers, but old towers and how they're still processing them, which is good. That means or suggests to me that people are reflecting more and more on lessons learned and insight, which is good. So let's see what's going on with who. What's going on? Show me Pisces, please, in October. Is somebody eating popcorn? Because I just had the weirdest craving for some popcorn, and I'm not a popcorn person. It's typically the smell. I don't know why, but the smell of it sets me off. I don't know. I don't care for it. Don't get me wrong, it's a snack, it's great, but for some reason the cooking smell, I don't like it. But I just had the weirdest thing. Like, I would like some popcorn right now. Is somebody eating popcorn? Hi. How's it going? Is it plain, buttered, salty, cheddar, caramel? What's going on? Show me Pisces in October. Show me Pisces in October. Somebody somewhere just went... It happens all the time, but I love it, though. I love that. I love those little moments of confirmation, you know? All right. What's going on? Show me Pisces in October. What's up? Like always, take what resonates, leave it does not. If there's more than one energy clearly apparent to you on this board today, then you reverse those energies as you see fit. These are, after all, general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate at all. Frustrating, I know, but normal. Check your other placements, you will find yourself in there somewhere. Be happy to not have to say that 13 times a week now. I must admit, there's some silver linings in there. 9 of Wands. The 8 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. Man, you are plugging away at work. Grinding too. Grinding. I appreciate that. I really, really do. You're like, I gotta keep at it. And it sucks. I have no space in my life right now in October. So this is repetitious behavior, but coin is coin. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you grind harder than others, and other times it's normal. Sometimes when we hit those energy peaks in work or whatever it is that constitutes repetitious behavior patterns that we're practiced at, sometimes it can get busy, and then there's just, and it just won't stop or won't resolve. Where you're like, I could really not have this in my life right now. Unfortunately, I got to keep at it. And that's the Pisces I'm looking at as soon as we enter October. I am so sorry. Some of you are having high tensions in whatever you understand is the master of your craft. Okay? And you're like, Page of Wands, that's all I can see right now. I can't be open to anything else at this time. It's just work. Or the cultivation of efforts, savings, something like that. You understand? Those are realistic efforts, and the 9 of Wands backs it up as a behavioral pattern. We keep doing it. And like I said, I'm not a big fan of the 9 of Wands, but in this respect, sometimes it just simply must be, you know? Because there'll be some people who like, I'm begrudgingly holding on to these emotions. And that's negative. I don't want people to do that. But in reality, sometimes it's like that. Okay? It's not the same as harboring resentments. It's like, I have to keep showing up to this. And I know, I get that feeling. I do. I completely understand that. So what's going on else besides you working your butt off and being frustrated? Perhaps you are taking on too much responsibility and you're a little resentful. That would make sense, especially if somebody's unexpectedly quit or they opted out or they can't be found or frankly you're just having to pull double and triples, stuff like that. Yeah, you're going to get exhausted and get pissed off too. Anything else, please? What else, please, about October? People just ain't pulling their weight these days. No, I don't know. Take that as it resonates. What's up? Eight of Swords. Ay, ay, ay. The Tower, Six of Pentacles. Oh, something unexpected happened. Yeah. Something unexpected happened. So that's a known tower. It looks pretty fresh. Yeah. There's something happened in your workaday dynamic. Again, I'm seeing 8 and 6 and the frustration surrounding the earthbound energy here. Finances, work, okay, practice balances that were normal to you until recently. I believe. Someone opted out of work, didn't they? They just left unexpected. Someone was fired. I don't know. But the idea is that the balance isn't balancing. I think you're overcompensating, aren't you? You have to. Don't you? Is that what's going on? And it's putting you in a position or a state of mind, well, maybe I should leave too. Well, I know it gets like that. Honey, this is where you have to understand that some things just take precedence. It's all about your structure. Sometimes when things get this hard, it's like, this is what it's like today. It may not be like this tomorrow. And if it is like this tomorrow, I'll deal with tomorrow. But today, we're just going to focus on today and acknowledge that today sucks. And we're going to do our best we can by the hour. Okay? And sometimes we have to do that for days and weeks. Okay? Whatever this is, you're saying the priorities can't just be let go of. They can't just be shifted. Apparently, they already have been, and you're experiencing the fallout. So I know compensation work when I see it. Let me tell you, it's a lot. And it was completely unexpected. You didn't see that. That's an innocent 8 of Swords. That's an innocent blindness. You didn't see that. You really didn't. You might have had hints and things. Oh, so-and-so is going to leave or so-and-so is going to get the X. But for the most part, you're having to, I think, put more into this than you'd like. You're tired, honey. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. We got to keep those finances in play. We got to keep those bills going. I know. Right now, your Pisces doing what you need to do. I don't know how you have time to watch those. All right. Let's see things. Let's check you out in November. I do want to point out, sometimes I see a flow through of thoughts, feelings, actions, and behaviors, and sometimes I get very distinct segment, which is one of the benefits to using a board. It's not a layout, it's a board. It's like, I don't look at pre-layouts. It's not, honey, it's a board. I thought I made that clear in the beginning, but okay. And I get that. I don't watch pre-laid out tarot either. Horrible. Hello? But what is that? How do people get away with? I'm sorry. I'm talking out of school. I'm just saying I don't understand the appeal. I didn't see you shuffle it, so I don't know. But hey, you gotta trust your tarot readers or you don't. That's it. All right. A lot of folks don't like me or my work. Get it? I get it. That's why, I advocate opt out. If I don't work for you, I don't work for you. There's a lot of things I do a lot of people hate, All right. Let's take a look at you in November. We're going to do one more. Strength, Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. Yeah, okay. I see you shifting, wanting to shift into a new opportunity. It means a lot to you, and it seems like in partnership with someone else. Oh, after all that, I don't blame you. Of course, you're going to want a new opportunity. Something that makes sense. And frankly, hopefully is more stable, cohesive, or frankly just compensates better. Yeah, I don't blame you, but it's going to take you strength to pursue a new opportunity, especially if you're comfortable with a pre-existing one. And comfortable. Currently, we're not comfortable with it. But the idea is that if whatever opportunities you have impact a relationship here, we want to be careful with it. We want to be studious, right? We want to make sure it's correct, on track, or on point to our goals, and that it's beneficial to our household and whoever else is in there benefiting, okay? But it's kind of like, come on, I need strength to take on a new opportunity, man. I can't keep doing this. I don't blame you. Okay, so for some of you, you're going to be opening up and consolidate yourselves towards a new opportunity that is meaningful to you by November, or let's call it the fall. Okay. I have some thoughts for you. Let me see what else is going on for November. Just a second. The Moon, the King of Swords, and the King of Cups. You admit that if you put your mind to it, it's possible, but you are kind of afraid of the unknown. Okay, I think that's an admission on your part, and it makes perfect sense. You feel it's the correct thing to do, but you also admit, I don't know everything. Okay, so it's been a while since we started pursuing new opportunities, so let's go back to some advice I was about to give you. If the timeline here holds true, particularly if you're in the Northern Hemisphere and you are in an area that celebrates the holidays very heavily around November to December, there is true enough a kind of standard hiring bracket window, okay? Pre-holidays, a little bit, and then it kind of shuts down. This is normal. People are taking time off, interviews get shifted around, put off, or things like that. So just be mindful if you start looking for new opportunities around this time, particularly in November, that it's not too close to an approximation to holidays that require days or weeks off, okay? Because it is true to legend. There is a brief hiring window because people want to get people onboarded before the holidays, or it stops and then they get onboarded after the holidays. So remember that, because once you go into December, we're talking winter holidays and then New Year's, okay? And then particularly in North America or the USA, we have Thanksgiving, and that takes out a whole week. So that hiring window tends to happen a week or two prior to those holidays in November. Okay. And then things fall through the cracks after that. It gets put off. Now's not a good time. Jim took 4 weeks off instead of 2. Everybody else is taking 2, but Jim took 4 and he's the hiring guy. It happens a lot. So something to just keep in mind and under your hat. Be realistic about the time frame you start looking for opportunities. Okay. Especially if you're worried about, it's been a while, I don't know, there's a lot of unexpected material in here, I understand. So be on the early side of November, okay? Or if you have an in, like a guarantee in or word that somebody's going to hire right in this time frame during the holidays, cool, maybe go with that. But be prepared to realistically look at stuff post-holidays. Okay, because that's what we're looking at here. And I don't want you to put all this beautiful effort that I see building in you, especially with strength backing it up and an admission that you don't know everything because you're right there with the moon. Cool, I understand that. I know you're going to want to do something with that energy because you're showing me preparedness and the strength to see it through. So I really want you to maximize your time, and that's if this is speaking to you. If this isn't at all the Pisces I'm looking at, you're not interested in the career track, I understand this probably isn't your reading at this point. It's very specific, and I felt that that advice might be useful to the audience. Okay? All right, let's take a look at you in December. Show me, Pisces. In December, yours is very grounded, very earthbound today. I do like how your commanding self, the kind of quadrants to the personality I'm looking at, are really lining up to make changes. You're preparing yourself to make changes. I see it, honey, and I want you to maximize that, which is why I gave you that little extra spiel. I want you to maximize that potential you're showing me, okay? I just don't want you to be that person who files, like, say, an application November 25th, and then it gets lost in the holiday non-activity pile, which is quite extensive because it can last 6 weeks or more. Okay. All right. Let's see. Pisces in December. Let's see Pisces in December. Show me Pisces in December. The Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Magician. Yeah. There you go. I like that. Look at that focus, man. Look at that focus. And by December, it's hitting you pretty hard. It's time for changes. I love that. Look at that. I told you were rising. I told you were rising. And it was from realistic matters and concerns, needs must kind of energy. But now that you're in that space of needs must, it's spiritually catching up to you too. So I see you lining up to the spiritual essence of change by December. This is wonderful. It's kind of like you're saying, you know what? New year, new me. Let's do this. So I see you summoning forth a sense of correct timing. Good job. And the correctness overall about a principled balance being correct for you. So while I saw that beautiful energy rise, the spirits rising, the sense of strength, the will to do this is rising, you do, the Pisces I'm looking at, this is specific to the Pisces I'm looking at, this may not be you. Okay? We all have choice. Tarot doesn't dictate choice. You do. You're saying, please guide me, universe, and tell me when the timing might be right, because I want this next thing to be the correct balance for me instead of all this fucking chaos. Okay, so I understand all that, and I think you're doing a great job right here. Now your spiritual self is lining up to the proposal that you initially put forward in terms of realistic means. So what does that mean? I don't know, but you're showing me, look, I want to do this. It means a lot to me, but I need to know about timing being right. And you want the timing to be right. You want the right opportunity at the right time is what you're showing me. You know this, and you kind of spiritually became aware of it instead of just needs. All right? And needs are important. Needs are important, but you have to know that you're lined up for it, and always. I love it. You want the right thing to come to you. That way you can always remain in a state of productivity. Okay? Anything else, please, in December? Anything else, please, in December? I like how you took this space of needs must to, you know what, let's do this. I'm going to do the whole thing. We're going to do it right. I love that. I love this for you. This is fantastic. Look at all that chaos. And then you're like, you know what? Let's get our shit together, because this situation's not going to. I love that. Because you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There's something about this where there's a history of instability around it. Too much upheaval. Too much changing of hands. Too much changing of energies and coming and going, then you have to pick up the slack. Something like that. Too much of the unpredictable in there. I don't know. You do. Ten of Wands, Knight of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Yeah, you're saying this is hard for you, but you can't wait to open up in this particular direction. It's almost like saying this is a long time coming. And when you think on it, you're saying it's a positive reflection. And you're showing me something I show people all the time. If you're going to carry a Ten of Wands, it needs to be a Ten of Wands of your choice. Okay? And that's what you're saying. You want more emotional inclusion of wish fulfillment, even if it's difficult. So it's like, so long as it's the right opportunity, and I'm doing it all the right ways, and I'm asking for the right thing from the universe, even if what I'm going to take on is difficult, I feel really, really good about this. You know, and that is one of your court cards, by the way, is the Knight of Cups. You're expressing this, and it feels so good because you mean it. You mean it. So this is where we jump off into the future unknown that is January. At the rate you're going, I'm going to go ahead and take a strong guess that you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You are literally asking for the right thing at the right time. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to take all these beautiful points of knowing your heart, knowing your mind, knowing your strength of will about that new opportunity, and that it concerns your relationship, whoever's in there with you. Make sure you confer with him. But I want you to start preparing yourself. Okay, we're talking. Make sure that you practice resume stuff. Make sure you practice interviews. Then it's turned into a career reading. That's perfectly fine with me. I love it when people show me that stuff. I do, because I can see when someone's prepared and when someone is just dicking around. And you're not qualifying for dicking around. So that's good. So you can do all that practical stuff now. Okay, that way when it's your time, you're like this. Boom, out the door you go. Okay, so I want you to don't underestimate the technicalities. That's the number one thing people do when it's been a while since they had to look at an offer, is that they neglect things like the resume. Oh, I'll just write that real quick. No, a good one takes hours, and even then it's edited and polished. Same with presentation and interview skills. So I really want you to focus on that when you have the opportunity. Okay, not just know that you're ready to pursue a new beginning, but you are indeed fully to the best of your abilities ready to take on a new opportunity, because you got it. I think you got it. I want you to go your own way here, Fleetwood Mac, and go your own way. It looks good, and it looks like it's time. Okay, it's like enough of this chaotic shit. I completely agree with you. It isn't. That's enough. That's done. That's done. I know. We're talking about work today. Okay, see, that's done. And people ask me all the time, why did you give up career readings? Because they didn't go well. You know, if you're anything like me, you don't value working for free. And while my core audience liked them and they found value in them, most people didn't. So basically, I didn't get paid much that week. So I gave them up. But when stuff like this comes up in a general read, I'll roll with it. That's fine with me. I love a good career reading. I love people seeing accomplish their goals and have that insight and that sense of right opportunity, right time. I will know when. And you kind of concluded that's going to be after the new year. Okay? So if you can float that chaos a little more, bless you. You can do it. Okay? Needs, must, and all that. Let's see that sun, please. Show me the sun. Show me the sun. Show me that sun. The only thing you mentioned about that relationship is that it's important to you, and it's important for you to provide a solidity around it, sense to it, to keep it going and keep it healthy. I know that's important to you. I hope that you are surrounded by someone at least who supports you and is telling you, go on then, go Pisces, go. All right. Let's see that sun, please, for Pisces. Show me that sun, please. Gearing up for a new opportunity, so go Pisces, go. Yeah. Let's see that sun, please. Ace of Cups. The Tower. Oh, Ace of Wands. Yeah. You know, we stopped seeing one ace as viable, particularly for water signs. You have that is such a almost like this. You know what? I think I have a new ace. Let's focus on a new ace. I mean, it's so powerful for you. You're showing me a radical shift in sun as it relates to this tower back here. You know what? This used to make me happy. This used to be, I love that, used to be how I derived a sense of joy and fulfillment. It used to be how I loved and honored myself. It used to be how I made coin. It used to be what made me happy. Not anymore. And then a new ace is born. Like, so that's wonderful. It was so distinct. That was so beautiful. Thank you for that tower. You had a couple. But this is like, I don't love this anymore. I don't like it. I don't love it. Water signs, again, will show me love principles around their work. It's very normal. And then it's like, I want to be inspired. And you have been so inspired, and I love that. So I don't know what hit your joy bracket in terms of, I'm inspired. This. Let's change. Let's rock. I don't know. I just know that I love it for you. You know, you have completely and are about to on the precipice of supplanting an ace. Okay. You know it. It's with you. And I love that you are so inspired because it makes me inspired just looking at it. I love this. And I get it in my own way. I promise you, if you watch my announcement, you understand this. Yes, I love this. Like, let's rock. I love it. Let's do it. Go Pisces, go. But I do agree with this decision right here. I do. I think it's a good idea. Remember, there's a difference between divine timing and just putting something off because I don't want you to lose this fabulous energy, right, of readiness. So ready yourself, all right? Love it. I don't want to push your sun too much. You've had such a radical shift already in what you understand constitutes happiness. You really do, like a classic water sign, relate your sense of personal fulfillment to a personal sense of joy. It's not just a clock in, clock out thing for you. You want it to be fulfilling to you in some way. You made that clear. Okay. So good for you. I love how you are, as we speak, redefining your sun. And I love it. I'm living it. I'm loving it. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead. We've already had a couple towers for you. But just because we're here, you know, may as well do. Am I right? Let's take a look at that tower. Any more towers? Do I got any more left? No. You used that one. And that one. Okay. Anything else in here, please? Anything else in here, please, about that tower? Anything off script, by the way? A little FYI, a little something. What's up? I love your source of inspiration. That's a radical shift, but I think you're going to handle it very well. Okay? Yeah, I wish I could tell people there's a big difference between timing being right and just putting something off. A lot of people will confuse the two because one's convenient. And the other one is just being sensible. Okay. You're showing me a good sense of sensibility here. Queen of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Hierophant. Yeah, I mean, that Tower, man, I tell you what, that was a hard day for you upcoming. And since it's so close to October, we're going to go ahead and include this happening, this realization, within the next couple of weeks. I would say between now, when you're seeing this, up until October, when you have that day where you're like, you know what? This bullshit again? This chaos again? This instability again? If it hasn't happened yet, it will soon. And I like how your mind kind of takes over and talks to your committed self. Is this what we want? Is this what we want? Let's be real. I got a head over sense of commitment decision here. And I've had this conversation with myself and other people before. Realistically, what the hell's going on? Because if we're just committing to a bunch of bullshit and unhappiness, then we're doing something for the sake of doing it. That's no good. Okay? Our commitment powers need to be upheld better than that. What are we committing to and why? So we're having a little rational talk with our higher self when this Tower happens. And it's going to it's like, look, okay, Pisces, between us, honey. We ain't happy. Okay? Can we acknowledge this now? Can we acknowledge this? Look at that radical shift in sun. So you're still a happy Pisces. The thing is, you want it to be happy in other areas of your life too. You still want to be inspired. And I love that. So that Tower puts you in a very strong state of reflection of us committing to this ultimately makes us miserable. Let's change that. All right, what's up? I'm just going to shake a couple out for you because yours was so incredibly straightforward today, and I appreciate you for that. Let's just shake a couple out. We're feeling loose. We're feeling good. We've had several cups of coffee. So let's go ahead and get some advice, please. I think you got it, but still, I feel like something's in here. Hold on. Let's get some additional advice, please, for Pisces. Yes. Yeah. I think we got that. We'll just accept that at face value. Moving on. Row my boat away from all the bullshit. Okay, what's up? Yes, Justice. The Eight of Cups. King of Cups. Yeah, there's a feeling here that things aren't fair. And the Pisces I'm looking at, this, again, once more, is normal for water signs. Look, this happens with the different elements. Water signs will show me water over important constructs that show up in the 3D. 3D signs, like earth signs, they will show me upon clarification of their pentacles what it means to them emotionally. You see what I'm saying? All elements have different approaches. Yours is straightforward. You're saying, I don't feel like this is balanced. I can't emotionally commit to that anymore, that this is balanced or fair, technically or legally for me. Is that fair to myself? The answer is no. Okay? So and that's a big part of you. I think you're one of those private feelers. I do. But your emotional impact makes a big difference in how you reflect on things, mentally speaking. Okay? So there you are, right there. And you can feel yourself rising into this intellectually and emotionally, but I think you keep a lot of it to yourself. Outwardly, it's very important to you to take something that's strong and viable. And not just for yourself, someone else too, I believe. Okay? But look at that. I'm going to listen to myself. I'm going to wait for the timing to be right, and I'll know which one's correct for me. I'll know when, where, and how. Again, no argument. Yeah. But I think we got correct here. What you've been feeling, especially the strong admission over here via that Tower. Can we acknowledge that this sucks? And I'm wasting some really good committed energy to this? Yeah. Okay. There you go. I love it. Very good. I think whatever I'm seeing here is on point. Some of you have been feeling stuck, and you've actually been feeling that intuitively for a while. Okay? There's a sense of messages in here. Watching messages, receiving messages, or just in your dreams. It's time for change, right? Okay. Yeah. Hot and cold. Yeah, hot and cold on the subject, a little bit back and forth on it. Yeah, I understand. That's normal. New friendship. Here I am seeing this as a collaborative effort. All right. You might be getting the advice of someone new, a new acquaintance, something that helped with the influence piece. Okay. Epiphany. There it is. I would say we have some sort of, I don't know if it's necessarily new. Let's just call it friend, that allowed us to have some epiphany, because we've been hot and cold on this subject for a while, eh? Yeah. Like I said, that's not some random bullshit that just happened once. It seems to be fairly often. But again, it came up as the, here we go again. But hot and cold about this for a while, and then some sort of friendship structure gave us the epiphany, the message, some sort of insight. I love it. Okay, cool. Growth over the summer, past summer. Some of you have been feeling that sense or imperative need for growth since summer, whatever your last summer is. But there was something about the control tactics that kept us in place. Manipulative efforts to keep us in check. Well, Pisces, if you do this now, the contract, well, we need you for this if no one else can do it but you. And okay? But some of you have been feeling the need to grow since last summer, and that's been oppressed. The efforts, discouragement. Where it's coming from, I don't know, but you would know best. It's not whoever this friendship is that gave you an epiphany. It's whoever says, no, we need you right here. Stay here. That's good. That's good. You don't mind a little bit of chaos. Hey, makes things fun. It makes things lively. It makes things chaotic and unpredictable. Okay, what's up? The muse, the joyful muse, inspiration. There it is again, that streak. There it is. There it is. Don't get me wrong. Some of you might be leaning into music or the arts. But there's that source of inspiration. It was like, bam, bam. That sense of sun changed radically. I'm miserable. Let's just own it. There's that source of inspiration. It's such a bright light compared to what you've been through or where you've been in this situation. It's lovely. And I know some of you listen to music and it helps you relax and it helps you get in tune with your more artistic and or intuitive self. That makes perfect sense to me. But it looks like an outside light. I see that epiphany in that friend. It looks like an outside light. It looks so bright and creative. Many masks, the authentic self. We had to shed several masks in order to get to the core of this issue. I understand. That's a perfectly respectable process, so long as we are indeed taking our masks off and being honest with ourselves about and that's what I saw over here at that tower. And I'm like, why are we committing to this? Let's be real. We're miserable. Okay. There you go. Number 38. Fools embrace transmuting pain, the disappointment specifically in making it work for you. Pain is never so useful as when you turn it into something else. We don't have to just be stuck with it, the disappointment and the backstabbing and the bullshit. We don't have to. The drifter, experiencing life as it comes. There's that sense of being more open to it right around here in December. Going with a particular flow about timing being right. Okay, the right opportunity, right time, this kind of thing. 14, you're saying you're open, but you're also willing to leave this behind. Very good. All right, number 14. Spirit of place. You want to know your place. You want to be mindful of your place. What is my place? And by that I mean, where do I find myself in my particular corner of the world? Ask yourself that. Where is my spirit at peace? Where do I feel is my place in this life? We have to ask ourselves these things because think about it, guys. Career, work, occupation, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Now, granted, it's more or less for some, for others, but guaranteed for most people, it takes up 30% of our life. For others, it's more. Others, a little less. But you can average it out to 30. We want to know what our place is, our calling is. And you're going to contemplate this over the falling leaves. In other words, for fall for some of you, falling leaves, something to think about. Number 4. I knew I was going to see that biscuit, butter biscuit. I knew I was going to see it. Rock bottom. Yeah. Again, more that earthy place. And it's like, this is not my place. I don't want this to be my place. No. This is not the end of my career, my endeavors, or my best practices, or the use of my freaking time, skills, energy, expertise. No, honey. But here's the benefit. I will insist on this forever. When you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. Okay? That's why I saw you rising to this. You want to get out of that. All right? Number 10. I think we've wrapped it up. I think we can wrap it up. Oh. And come together. Yeah, there's a component here that suggests it supports you or it's its equal. Okay? Number 8. Come together. It's beautiful. All right. Oh, so many. We have the letters M, P, U. We have the dragon, Aries, Leo, Sag. I'm seeing that as the aggressive something. I don't like it. We have 2 water signs here in reverse. One of them is yours, the goldfish in reverse. You're not feeling this. You're not harmonizing with it specifically. And then the crab or the sign of Cancer is in reverse, which means we can't be open towards it either. So we can't flow with the emotions if we can't be open towards them either. And that's what I saw in your advice. You might have some other additional, you could be like a double, triple, quad water sign. It's like, I have no emotional flow. Okay? I can't harmonize this bullshit. I want to be here. No, I mean, it makes perfect sense, everything I've been saying. We have a little star here, little dreams, little wishes, little wants. You say you might not have a big star, but you do have dreams in you, some sort of wish in here. And then the rabbit, you're always on the go, you're always on the run. Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, no time to say hello, goodbye, I'm late. Oh, you're always on the clock, probably running around after the people, being crazy, lost in the woods, or people just not showing up. We get tired of that. Oh, sorry. We also have the medallion of Sagittarius, but it's in the reverse, the keyword here being optimist. Okay. All right, Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. That was pretty cool. Good reading. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.